tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out. Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So today's a Mindset Monday. We are talking about self-love. You hear the crickets? You hear them going on? They're singing the tune, right? Because they know it is so important for you to have self-love. Self-love is your first suit of armor, like in your first line of defenses. It's what should go on. It's your foundation, right? You put everything else on over it, but it is your foundation. If you don't love yourself, you can never experience love from anyone on any capacity at any time. You won't be able to process it, not thoroughly, not authentically, okay? You won't be able to recognize it. If you don't have self love, you will not have control over your own power. You do not have dominion over your own space. You are not in control of your own energy and how it flows. Why is that? Because self love gives you the ability to recognize things that are good for you, right? Things that make your heart sing, things that make you happy. Self love gives you the ability to recognize things that are harmful for you. Okay, self love is directly tied to your intuition. Self love allows you to feel safe in your own body, safe in your own mind. Self love gives you the ability to put feelers out and have them come back to you, and you can digest them and understand them at a deeper level. When I first got with my now husband in this part of our relationship, because we've had many chapters of our relationship, okay, we've known each other since the year 2000, okay, and we have a 19-year-old daughter together, okay, but we've both been married to other people, got divorced, and are back together now and have another one, right, another little one. We've been married for 9 years, but in this chapter of our relationship since 2012. Okay, so when we first got back together in 2012 and moved in together, this is my first time living with him. Before we were just, we were just dating back and forth. So now we're living together, and the saying, we're everything's all good until you move in with somebody, and then you really see how they are. You see the things that ensue, and if you want to make it really messy, let's throw in other little people that depend on you too, right? Make it a blended family. But we're gonna keep this on self love. So when I got with him in 2012, and I moved up here to Central Florida, it was about a year after my divorce, and my prior marriage was very psychological, very emotionally imbalanced, physically abusive, made me really think low of myself. And my current husband, he would always be like, I love you, fuck that shit, fuck whatever else is going on. Like, I appreciate you. And I'd be like, you so sappy, right? He talked on the phone with his mom, and his mom and him, before they hang up, always tell each other they love each other. And she's like, I love you, son. He's like, love you too. And go, right? He told me the same, and I'm like, okay, right? I couldn't say I love you back just because I was like, I love you, but do I really love you enough to be saying this every day, right? And it took a while for me to recognize that I was still holding some of the trauma, right? Because I was still trying to be a Jehovah's Witness. I was trying to hide who I was, okay? I didn't want word to get back to my mom of what was going on. Now, here I am, grown behind woman, 3 kids, then got married, divorced, and about to pursue a long-term relationship and trying to lie and hide. But I didn't have enough self-love. I didn't have enough confidence. I didn't have enough momentum in my own arena to feel confident in the things that I was saying and to receive the things that were being said to me. He poured into me so much. He's the one that got me to open my eyes to life that was around me and recognize that I am good enough, that I am worthy. And he just gave me a little foundation, like he just struck the match. That's all. but I burnt this motherfucker down. Like, I took it from there. I just needed that little spark, right? I just needed that initial. He just got the light, the match lit for me, and everything else went off from there on my own initiative. But because I didn't have self love, or because I had to still work on it and build on it, because I had to process the trauma that I had gone through in a healthy manner, I was not able to receive his love in the genuine manner he was giving me. He was confident in what he was doing. He knew what he wanted because he was confident in himself. He knew himself. He loved himself, right? To this day, he's like, I know who I am, so I don't care what's going on, right? That's why as we elevate and we grow, as we accumulate more material things and we have more money flow into our life and we experience more freedom and we make connections with deeply motivational, life-changing individuals, we are not changing because we are still who we are in the core of us. Are we going to be a little bit different, right? I told y'all a couple Mindset Mondays ago, I'm still me, but I'm a little bit shifted, right? I've elevated, I've gone to another level, so I recognize certain things within self, and that's because I'm continuously working on my self love, right? I'm continuously looking at myself in the mirror, I'm telling myself, I love myself, I value myself, I honor myself, I trust myself. Okay, literally, I have it written on my mirror in dry erase marker. Okay, I repeat that mantra. I hug myself. I touch myself. I allow myself to see beyond where I am now and see the future vision of where I would like to be. I show appreciation to every member of my body. Okay? The self love that I've grown to appreciate, or that I've learned to accumulate, rather, the self love that I've learned to accumulate so that I can appreciate myself, so I can appreciate my experiences and all the physical reminders that I have. Each stretch mark I have on my belly, right? Stretch marks, I like to call them love marks, right? A little inside of my inner world. But if you ask my children, what does your moms call it? Love marks, right? I'm like, this section came from this child, this section came from this child, the ones on my hips came from the other child, right? The varicose veins that I have, that I'm working through, right, through my pregnancies, my blemishes on my legs from getting bit up by mosquito bites, the scar that I have on my arm, on my hand, that I got from when I was like 4. I still have it. The mark in my forehead from the first time that I was physically abused from my ex-husband, or he pushed me in a wall, glass fell down, still have that mark. But I've learned to appreciate it and give it love and not see them as blemishes or faults, but it's love. It's a part of me. They're my markings. They're my memorabilia. They're my souvenirs. And I love it and I appreciate it. I love my hair, right? My crinky, curly, puffy, frizzy hair. All right, we're going back home this weekend for the Forbidden Conscious Awards. Home is Miami. We're going back down there for the Forbidden Conscious Awards, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to straighten my hair or if I just want to leave it curly like this. Like, do you see how the shrinkage of my hair, right? Y'all see it when it's blown out. But I've been sweating so much, and we go to the beach so much, I'm like, it doesn't make sense for me to straighten it. But once upon a time, Chanel, circa a few years ago, oh, I would never. I would never. My hair is too thick. It's too wavy. It's too frizzy. But no, I've learned to love it. I love it. I love my imperfectly perfect vessel that I use to carry me through this walk of life. I've come to intimately know every part of my body. If a hair is out of place, I know it because I love it, because I appreciate it, because I value myself. And I know enough to not allow anyone or anything disturb the love that I have within my spirit. I've learned to start listening to my spirit, following my gut. And that's made me such a stronger person. If I told you the things that I have gone through in the past, 30 days, let's go 30 days. If I tell you some of the things that's been going on in my personal life in the past 30 days, you'd be like, girl, how is you still here smiling and talking to us here on YouTube? How you not in somebody's jail? Well, first of all, that's because I know enough not to be caught. But I've known how to transmute energy that makes me angry into love and use it for powerful things. And that's what self love does. I love myself enough to know that I can allow other people to make their mistakes and live their life and still be there for them in a capacity in which I can allow myself to be great and I can allow them to be great in their own right. Because I love me, I can love you. There is no you without me being here. There is no community without all of us. We all need each other. So when you learn to love self and you learn to hold that energy within self and you just exude that love to everyone else, everything just starts falling in place in a beautiful, magical way. So that's all that I have for you today, wealthy family. I love and appreciate you all. May you all continue to be great. May you continue to set those intentions and work feverishly to see them come to fruition. We are in a very open time frame in which all types of portals and alignments is coming, where you can see the beautiful manifestations of your miraculous mind. Do not allow yourself to be held back. Okay, I'm making this video July 24th. We're approaching the Lionsgate portal, which comes to its accumulation on 8/8, but it's open before then. Allow yourself to feel the bliss that is in the air, and do not get weighed down and anchored down by distractions and things that are not self-serving. It's time to be a little selfish. Be full of self-love. That's it, wealthy family. Have a wonderful day until we connect again. Stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.